Morning everybody, welcome back to the farm. So this morning I've got a bunch of stuff to do. I've got to get a couple more wires up and set up a hose and stuff. We're moving all the cows out to the north. There's kind of a field they used to use as a hay field. I think the map shows it's like 14 to 15 acres. It's got some really good growth on it. It's got some brome and some fescue, orchard grass. It's got a lot of bird's foot trefoil and red clover in it. Should be some pretty good eating for them. Got to get water out there. That's one thing on this farm that we're really hoping to work on improving soon, is the watering ability of the different areas. Stock water would be a huge improvement here. We do have 3 ponds that are decent, and we have rural water here, and there is an old well down below the dam on the pond that we want to explore that, see if we can maybe put a solar pump in there and use it for some of the other areas. If we can put a big enough pump in there and get some pipeline buried, but it's going to take us a little while to get around all these different projects. So anyway, that's where we're headed this morning. We're going to put up some wire and move the cows. We've got to move them about a quarter mile from where they've been grazing. So let's go stick up some wire and see what we find. Okay, so right now the cows are back there on those hills. They're down. You can see the pond down there. They're down across that dam. Oops. They're down across that dam, up that hill. There they are, right over there, you can see them. But they've been grazing up on the backside of those trees, and up in this little corner up in here is where I had them grazing yesterday, up on that hill. So anyway, I'm gonna get their wire up, and then we'll go get them here in just a little bit. But so we got to bring them back up along here, across that dam, back up along this fence here in front of us, over to these gates. Then we're going to come through these gates, and we're going to head out across here, over there to that opening in those cedars, and then that hayfield is out there to the north in that area. We set up some wire out there last night. Got to set up dividing wire this morning and finish setting up a wire here. Well, it's kind of straight out from where the four-wheeler is here, for a laneway to get them through this centerpiece. So got the four-wheeler all loaded up with posts, got one reel on there, got one sitting over here on the ground, and get it hooked up and get this wire strung, get the posts in. Okay, so I got my laneway built here, got the wires up going out across here. Alright, so we're going to come out here to this gate and into this piece here. So this piece, lighting's not real good there, but heads down here to those cedar trees, down to that road, comes up along that road, all the way up over there to that corner where all those trees are. Kind of angles along there a little bit because there's a washout in that corner. Goes west along this fence up here, and then you can just barely see out there the tracks coming across and the electric wire coming across, dividing that out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up our water tank right over here behind the gate. I got to get the hose strung out here for that yet, and then I'm going to start out grazing this from this side, from this south fence right here, going north, and I'm going to put my fences in east-west to start with, and then once I get up here a little bit, depending on how quick they're getting across it and what the forage utilization looks like, and the trample and everything that I want to see, I may have to, before they're done with this first little chunk that I have sectioned off, I probably have 5 or 6 acres of this sectioned off, but depending on how quick we're getting across it, I may have to, before I go to the other side of that dividing wire, I may have to kind of change up the direction I'm running my my temporary paddocks here, so that I can give the other area rest. I only want them to, I'll move my back fence on this probably every about 5 days is kind of what I've been trying to do. So we'll see how it kind of lays out and works out here. Okay, so we're going to drive down through here and make a path for this wire. So we're going to come down here right to this side of these road gates, and that's going to give us a strip. Oh, on this end we're probably 75 to 80 feet wide. I'd say it's pretty even the whole way up at that width. But at the other end the fence angles just a little bit, so it throws it off just a little bit. But I'm going to get a wire put up going up these tracks and get these cows paddock ready. Alright, got my dividing wire up down through there. Oops. It's about 330 feet roughly from right here where I started down there to that other fence. These cows are pretty good at hearing me and figuring out what I'm up to. Some of them have already made their way up here to where we're going to move them to. It's open for them to come up this way through these other pieces, and they hear the four-wheeler running around up here and hear me doing stuff, so they're working their way this way. They might spoil their own surprise and be up here waiting on me before I'm ready to go get them. Okay, so we got out here with the cows now. Get everybody excited here to come around the fence and make sure, got to check real quick, make sure we don't leave any little babies behind. And then we'll get them moving down the hill and around to their new piece. We're going to check around here real quick and see if we've got anybody that that's hiding, so we don't leave somebody behind, and then we'll get them moved here.
Hey, what are you doing? Cows?
Come on, girls!
Hey, what are you doing? Mama, here they come. Here. They're coming.
Hang on, guys. We gotta go across the dam. Come on, girls. Skip. Okay, we got everybody coming across the dam. Some of them got ahead of us. Some of them are still behind us, but they got a good idea where we're going here. This cow over here, she doesn't have a special name. She's just 4052, but she's decided she's a lead cow in the last couple months. They've kind of shifted roles a little bit. She pretty much always leads them. When she sees me coming, she's usually waiting to lead them through. So this area we're crossing through right now, they grazed 2.5 weeks ago. It's got some pretty good regrowth coming, so they think they need to stop and nibble on it, but I just soon keep them moving across it and let it keep growing. So try to keep them moving here. Get in the gate here and turn so we can watch them come through. And you can barely see the calves coming through in that grass. Come on, girls.
Why is this not in here?
And it looks like everybody's in, so everybody made it to their new paddock for the day. We'll get their water tank moved and finish getting them settled in, and they'll be good to go.